And I want to acknowledge also the many alumni and friends of the school whose support of what we do makes it possible. As we look forward to everything the class of 2018 is going to achieve, it's important, I think, for us to remember that this is not possible without the classes of the past having given back, to ensure that every generation of health professionals can continue the work of building a healthier world. I am proud to say that today's graduating class have already shown their commitment to giving back through their class gift. And here to speak briefly about this gift is a member of the recent graduated class of 2018, Chrystel Murrieta. Chrystel. Where's Chrystel?
Azuga, Azuga, Azuga. That's my brother back there. Buenas tardes, familia, friends, mentors, and fellow graduates. Sí se pudo. Woo! My name is Chrystel Murrieta, and I studied health policy and law, as well as maternal and child health here at the School of Public Health. I chose to study at the school because of our shared commitment to social justice and health equity. There have been many unsettling changes in this country as well as around the world since we first applied to the School of Public Health. In these uncertain times, pursuing our values is more important than ever. Ensuring that the next generation can join this pursuit means ensuring they are supported, as I hope you felt supported in your time here. The 2017-2018 academic year was a year of growth for the School of Public Health. As a community, we nurtured an increase in student participation on campus across student-led organizations, and as a graduating class, we have given back more than any before us by investing in the future of public health professionals through our class gift. So a round of applause to you. May our contributions under the guidance of the powerhouse leaders of this school contribute towards making the School of Public Health a place where we can feel this is our world, where students of all backgrounds, especially first generation, undocumented, and students of color, can come and feel at home within our institution. I came to the School of Public Health to promote justice and equity, to challenge and perhaps, as Fatima mentioned earlier, contribute to dismantling systems of oppression. This is my life's work for the same reasons I believe it may be yours too, for the love and humanity of all people. No one person can solve injustice or inequity. It will take all of us working together in community to address these problems. Our giving is an expression of our commitment to our community. I hope the class of 2018 will continue to engage with the life of our school. Thank you, Dingalea, for the chance to share our story today, for all that you've done and will continue to do for the School of Public Health.
Thank you for everything. Thank you, Chrystel. Thank you, class of 2018. Isn't it amazing as a class to be able to say, we have done more than previous classes? Isn't it awesome? Now we'll see what next year's class does. We are really looking forward to keeping you as part of our community. As I said when you first joined, that once you enter this community, you're always part of this community, and we want to be part of your journeys going forward. And as part of perhaps grounding that, we invited one of our most distinguished alumni to come address the class, because really now you are all alumni. You're all part of about 10,000 people who are the BUSPH alumni community. And we have with us Barbara Buell, class of 1994, who is currently a partner at Smith, Duggan, Buell, and Rufo here in Massachusetts to speak. Barbara.
Graduates, their friends and family, Dean Galea, faculty, other speakers. Live the algorithm of your life. Unlike most of you, I came to public health a little bit later in life, but once I did, I realized how right it was for me and that in some ways I had been searching for it all along. I always wanted to be a doctor. Medicine fascinates me. In college, I was pre-med, but with one thing and another, mostly money, it didn't come together. Then I had another idea. I called around to various law schools, including one that was opening on the following Monday. I went over and met with the dean, who said I couldn't take just one course. I could only take the integrated program. Sound like our integrated core here at SPH. Then the law school dean added, "Why don't you apply? I bet you'd get in." I went home and thought about it overnight. I asked my husband. It was another era. He didn't object. I applied that Monday morning. 2 hours later, the registrar called to tell me that the faculty had voted to admit me. I felt driven to take advantage of the opportunity that had just dropped into my lap. As a trial lawyer, I began representing doctors, nurses, hospitals, dentists, and other healthcare providers. To prepare for the jury trials I was handling, I needed to read medical records and hospital charts that might amount to 1,000 pages. I learned the abbreviations used in charts and what to expect from a complete record. What? No consent form? There ought to be a law. I always ask of juries, do justice. In one case, it was social justice that wasn't being served. In the 80s, as the AIDS epidemic spread through both the gay and Haitian populations, the reaction of the public at large was horrible, blaming people who were infected for being who they were. This is not right, I thought. The prejudices manifested during the AIDS epidemic, like exclusions that I experienced on account of my gender, were about paternalism, blame, dominance and control of others, the power of people in authority, using that power to grant or withhold medical treatment based on factors which the patient couldn't change. The thought ran through my mind, something has to be done. That is when I found the School of Public Health at BU and how healthcare is delivered. At SPH, I learned what it means to work on a project with others. If any of you have taken Wolfie's maternal child class, you may have worked in a group with 6 or 7 others, half of you from other parts of the world, with a myriad of different experiences in medicine and public health. You identified a country, in our case it was Papua New Guinea, and figured out what it would take to set up a healthcare outpost in a remote location, how to manage the cold chain necessary for drugs or vaccines when there were neither roads nor electricity, how to earn the trust of the people, how to fund the project, and then write one paper among all of you which covers all the necessary topics with everyone in the group contributing to that paper, presenting your findings to the other 35 people in your class at the end. And I think it was all in 10 minutes. This was a singular experience in public health advocacy, transferable to seeking funding and authorization from public authorities or private foundations, to organizing logistical operations in an unknown environment, and in critical thinking and planning. Here at SPH, from one classmate, I learned what it's like to run an inner city clinic. From another, the difficulties faced by midwives in rural Nepal. Now I'm thinking, what if hate were treated as a public health problem, with the highest prevalence in males aged 16 to 24? Could we stop school shootings by taking a public health approach, not to guns, but to the gunners? Then, as a lawyer, I look at the civil rights of potential shooters and the potential victims. The richness of the experience of being a student at BU School of Public Health does not need to be over for you. Yes, you are receiving your degree today, or you will in September, but you need not stop learning. Think, teach, do. A great mantra. As I was shutting down my computer the other night, I asked myself, did I actually do anything for public health today? And surprisingly, I could say yes. It wasn't much, but I wrote to my state senator saying, please include funding when they vote on the budget for Healthcare Without Walls, an organization that provides examinations and treatment to homeless women using volunteer nurses and doctors and other allied health professionals. Kick back if you need to for a short while after today. You've earned a bit of rest, but don't stop thinking. Think and teach. Tell your friends and family about your dreams and goals. Teach them about your passion. Teach them and your work colleagues what they need to know to help you accomplish your goals. Take the next step toward making that goal a reality. Do. My life journey has been a pursuit of being a doer in the field of medicine, but really in the public arena. I've seen bad things happen to good people. I have seen laws that kept good people from being what they wanted to be. When I've seen something that was plain wrong or didn't make sense, I said silently to myself, someone has got to fix this, and I'm going to do it. Don't forget where you came from. It will inform your work. Have compassion. Respect every person's need for dignity. Use the tools you have. Sometimes those tools are simply the fact that when they call, you will answer. For me, in the process of getting a degree from the School of Public Health, a journey where I rediscovered an earlier set of beliefs that I had somehow let slip away, I learned how to apply my various experiences. I'm glad to have returned to the fold, to be able to join together my views of social justice, public responsibility, and basic human needs. However your degree may be part of your master plan for your life, don't let yesterday's plan keep you from saying yes to the opportunities or challenges that drop into your lap. At each node, the algorithm has countless possibilities. Follow your passion and take the road less traveled. It could make all the difference.